Hi there, welcome to Elm Colors. I'm Erica. On today's video, we are going to be working in Botanicum on a whip that I've had for quite a while. I really wanted to work some more on the Kirby Roseanne's page that I've been doing, and I just couldn't find it in me to work on that today. So it's time for something else. I knew that I just didn't want to force myself to do it, so I'm gonna play around with some. We're gonna work with my Supracolors. So these lovely pencils here. And then, you know, if I need to do some shading or something, I have the Pablos that I have not used yet. So that might be an option for some shading on top of this. So, oh, I probably should show you the page that we're working on. Let's find the page. So I've got several whips going in here, and I thought this one would be really cute today. I don't know, I was in the mood for something spring-like and simple, and this just called to me. So, all right, I'm going to take a sip of my tea and we will get started. Okay. All right, so I have not used my Supracolors very often, and I only have the 30 colors. So this is that's kind of what it looks like on the swatch chart there. I think what I want to do is I want to have these little spots kind of be glowing yellow, I believe. So I'm going to grab this lemon yellow. I think that's going to be the first one I grab. And I'm just going to do some circles around the outside of these. And then when I do the, add the water to activate them, I'll be able to blend that out into the background a little bit. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to hopefully getting another page in here done. I've done 3 pages in this book so far this month, which is crazy. I've just really been loving it. And there's so many pages in here that I want to work on, but you know, I have other things. I have buddy colors, I have color alongs that I need to film for you guys, all these things. So this one, I gave it all of my time when I could, and got 3 pages done. So okay, trying to decide if I want to do like what color background, if I want to do a background or if I just want to leave these yellow glowy balls in the sky. I don't know. I know I want this little horizon line in here. So I've done this bottom part, I think with Neo Colors, I believe. I showed how I colored water a long time ago with like water mediums. And I think that's what that is from. So yeah, so I just got to figure out if I want to do something in the sky. And this, I didn't go all the way to the edge, so this is going to be one of those books where that's like a raw edge kind of thing. It's not going to be edge to edge. So I think I do want something, but I think I want to go through and kind of activate those first, and then we'll add some other colors. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm using these water pens that I've had in my drawer for a really long time. So I'm hoping that they are still going to work well. I haven't used these in a bit, so hopefully they're good. And then while I activate these guys, I will say good morning or good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in your weekend. I am coming to you from Friday early afternoon. I had to yeah, I'm just gonna expand that outward as best I can. Trying to keep the yellow out of the inside circle, but here we go. Okay, that's gonna look crazy for a minute, but hopefully it'll be all right. So yeah, so Friday afternoon, early afternoon, I have some plans this evening with my husband. So last night we got to go out too, so it's like 2 nights in a row that we're going on a date, and it's really nice. We are going tonight we are going to see a band called the Claudettes, which I had never heard of. And they're in Indy, and my husband got tickets for it, free tickets. So I was like, yeah, let's try it. And so I pulled up some of their music on iTunes, and it was really cool, just like funky music. And so I'm excited about that. And then last night we went to see Fred Armisen, who was he's a comedian. He's an actor on SNL for a really long time. But he had this comedy tour that's basically, it was like comedy for musicians, but also anyone else can come see too. That was like the title, the actual title of the comedy show. He's just really funny, really quirky. And we just had a blast. He was laugh out loud funny. So yeah, so I'm glad that we got to go do that too. Those ones were tickets that my aunt bought for us because she's a nice person. But yeah, we've just been having fun. And then my husband's going to go on Saturday. He's going to go out to the soccer game. And I was just like, I need a break. So I was like, I love you, but I need to be home a little bit more than I have been lately. So my son's going to clock in and take that adventure. My husband is just wanting to go lately. But I'm definitely more of a homebody. Like, I just want to be home a lot. But since the trip, you know, since our vacation, I really have felt better and have wanted to be more active. So that's good. But I don't really need to go like out and do something every night to be active, you know? All right, we don't want that one. Let's see. So I've just used jade blue. Now I'm trying to find the nice turquoise blue that's in here. That's this one. And this one's definitely more blue. So I'm just going to very lightly bring it down into that jade color that I added. And we'll see how this goes. Like, I know these are good pencils, but I haven't really used them a whole bunch. So I'm not super familiar with how well they'll work. This is just going to be a solid background too. Like, I'm not doing anything fancy with this one. Okay, so we did turquoise. Let's try this. Now we'll try this cobalt. Just remember to color lightly with this one. So yeah, so channel news. I was able to release my color along for the month of April. So I released March's this month and I've done April's. So there are 2 Johanna Basford color alongs on the channel right now. The one from March that I had planned on doing was from World of Flowers, and it is a 2-part color along, and it's the flower bottle that's in that book. It turned out so cool, and I had so much fun doing it. Played around with some oil pastels and just had a blast doing a really interesting kind of unique background, very different than any background that I've ever done before. So that was really fun. And then I also did a color along from, let's see, what do we have here? What's this one? That's ultramarine. That is not the color I want. Those guys go together. We're going to try this Prussian blue. Just very lightly up at the top here. The second color along was from Secret Garden. And I did the tree with the little birdies in it. And I made it very spring, very inspired by all the pink trees that are out for spring right now here in Indiana. So I colored the whole tree pink, and it was really simple page, but it was you know, pretty time consuming because there's a lot of leaves. I just used some chalk pastel for the background, and then I did lots of marker work on all the little elements everywhere, and that was really fun to do. So I just had a lot of fun with that. Okay, well, we want to keep the water flowing. I think that's one of the reasons why I haven't been using these specific water pens, water brushes, because they do not want to cooperate as much with the water flow. I think that's why they're in timeout, because I was getting frustrated with how they performed because they weren't consistent and it was driving me crazy. This one seems to be doing okay so far. It is going to be a little tricky when I get up here, and I'll probably have to do another layer of color when I get, because I'm going to have like weird like dry lines in the middle of the coloring background. Okay, and I'm just trying to fade this off a little bit into nothingness at the top. Not sure how that's going, but we'll see. But yeah, I'm really pleased with both of the color alongs. I think they both turned out really, really cool. And I had, like I said, I had fun doing them. I've been really loving coloring in the Johanna books. So yeah. So I think for next month, since I am doing, oh, this is other channel news, I'm doing a color along for Mermaid like I do every year. And you can check out Instagram for all the details, but I will probably do like a community post here, and well, I'll talk to you about it here in a second. But anyway, so since I'm doing Mermaid next month, I planned on doing a page in, which one is it? Shoot, I don't know if it's Worlds of Wonder. I can't remember, but I've added, I colored a page and I added a mermaid in. Like I drew it myself and added it in. So I think that I'm going to do the other side and draw the mermaids in for that side then. And that'll be my Johanna page for the month, my color along. Now, I'm not going to have the whole process of drawing the mermaids probably on there. I mean, I might show a little bit of it, but I don't know. I don't like to show the drawing when I'm drawing for some reason. It just makes me really, I don't know. I always feel like I'm just going to screw it up, or, you know, something's going to happen where it's just not going to turn out if I'm recording it. So I will definitely have it once it's inked on the page, and then show you kind of how I color the other parts on the page. I'll show you how I color the mermaid as well. I just might not show you the whole drawing process. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. But I think that's going to be my color along for next month, so that I can get another Johanna book in here, because she doesn't really draw mermaids so much. She's got the one page, I think, in Lost Ocean, which I haven't colored that one either, but I already did a page in Lost Ocean, so I don't know. We'll have to see. All right, I'm not loving how this up here is looking. I don't want it to be such a harsh stop, but yeah, definitely gonna have to add in another layer. But I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and we'll start on something else. So I'm going to set those pencils aside that I used. We'll start on these guys down here. So I'm going to use the, let's see, we have a light olive and a grass green. I think those two will be good combos for these lily pads down here. Do a little bit of the green around the outsides, the olive, and then we'll have some of the darker green kind of be at the center part. Okay, let's talk about Mermaid. I am going to have a color along over on Instagram. I will probably do some videos, like I bet all of my weekend whips will be mermaid themed next month. So if you like mermaids, you're in for a treat. If you don't like mermaids, you can come back and join me again in June. But I will be coloring lots of mermaids next month. That's my plan anyway. I will also have a mermaid plans video that comes out. I'll go through all of my mermaid books and some books that have mermaids in them as well, and show you the things that I would really like to get colored. Now I know with those plans videos, I never get everything done that I have planned on, because there's so many options and I just get overwhelmed, and I'm just like, I like this, and I can't decide on just one thing. So a lot of the times, you know, it's like a fraction of what I show you guys actually ends up on my completed pages videos. But it's still fun to kind of just go through all the stuff and look at all the pretty pictures. So that's my game plan. Yeah, but I'll share that video here really soon. I'm going to try to get some of that recorded today before we go on our date. We will see though, because I do have to go pick up kids from school and I got to do some other things. So why can't life just let me do my coloring videos? Like, I just want to do this for right now. Can I not have to do these other things? That's not how it works though, is it? Frustratingly so. But yeah, I'm super excited. And the color along, I did come up with color palettes, and I'm going to be focusing on a different color palette each week. Now, the way that the calendar worked this time is kind of weird. There's like half a week at the beginning of the month, so I've kind of grouped that into the first week. So yeah, so that's going to be, it's going to be a little bit longer time on the first color palette that I had set up, but yeah, I mean, it's not really, like, nobody has to follow the schedule exactly. Like, if you are inspired by a palette and just want to color that one thing, you can absolutely do that and then tag me so I can see it. And it does not have to be during the week that, you know, I had originally scheduled it or whatever. Whenever is fine. Absolutely. I just love to see people's pages. So, all right. Do we want to do pink or purple? I think the last time I did one of these, I did pink. And I really like this purple color in here, and I have not really used it. So we're going to do this periwinkle. Yeah, we're going to go purple. I'm just going to color this whole thing in with this light purple, and then we'll come in with pencils and darken stuff up. Anyway, so color palettes each week. So the first week is jewel tones. And I do have mood boards and like inspiration, like a little inspiration board on Instagram. But again, I'll share those on a community post here on YouTube. And then probably, like I said, each weekend whip will be based around the mermaid page that I'm working on for that week, or the color palette that is, that I've picked out for that week. So watch out for those videos too. Anyway, first week is jewel tones. The next week is pastels. And then the third week was monochromatic. So that's basically any single color that you want it to be, whether you want it to be like all like just like black and white kind of monochrome, or if you want like all blue or all pink or all purple. I've got some really cool examples on the little inspiration board that I put together. So yeah, so those are some of them. And then the last week is rainbow. which I think I'm most excited about that one. Like, it just looks really fun. So yeah, so hopefully I will be able to get a lot done this month. I do have several things going on throughout the month, but I should, as long as my mental health holds out, I should be good. I feel like this little guy should be a baby swan because there's swans on this opposite page over here, but I think I'm going to make him a ducky. I don't know how to tell the difference between a baby swan and a baby duck other than like colors, you know? Okay, I missed a little bit of blue down there, so we'll just gonna add that in a little bit right in there. Hopefully I can match the color enough. Yeah, that works. Okay, so time for the duck, I guess. I'm gonna use, I'm gonna use this pale yellow and see if that works first, because then I can come in with darker yellows and do the shading with that. I'm gonna leave the cheeks clear, I think. And then this center part of the back clear. All right, let's try that. Yeah, that works. I really like that color. I don't know if you guys can see it at all, but it's like a really nice pale yellow. I think it's turning out all right. Okay, is this dry yet? Not quite. I did kind of damage the paper just a little bit, so I'm gonna have to be careful when I go in and add more color on there. These Maria Trolle books are not the best for watercolor for me. They're okay, but they're not the best. Okay, let's get his little beak done. So he's gonna have a nice orangey beak. We'll do a little bit of yellow at the top of that, just to have a nice mix. Cute. I'm thinking this guy is gonna be, what am I gonna do with him? I think he's just going to get a coat of like blues and greens. Let's do that. So there's going to be a little bit of blue in the corner. Maybe a little bit of this malachite green. That's a nice dark. I don't know if I want that blue. Or this blue jean color. No, I don't want that one. Okay, we're going to go through these two and see what we can do. And we'll do some blue at the tip here. I feel like maybe this part should be black, but I can come back over top of that if I need to and add in black. I just want to have some areas here where there's like some white showing through too. And then I'm going to put a layer of probably this Folk Art Extreme glitter over top of that, because I haven't done the other side yet all the way, so I don't want to mess it up with, oops, that's the wrong color. Oops. Mess it up with like stickles, because that'll make it bumpy and hard to color on top of. So I think I'll just use that extreme glitter. Okay, let's see how this does. So I'm going to start in the white and push my way into that color. Let it bleed into the wet area that I have just done. Well, I lied about that. I'm just going to blend them together. Okay, that looks all right, especially once I get some shading in there and then that that paint on. It's always a fun touch. I'm going to save all these little bitty pieces in here for the Pablo pencils, which I still haven't used, by the way. Like, I don't even know if I've swatched them. I bought them, what did I buy them for? Did I buy them for, I can't even remember. Okay, you know what I might do? No, I'm going to try it with the pencils again first, and then we'll see where we're at. So I'm just going to do, first I'm just going to do a layer of this turquoise blue, because this is that was that third or that second color that I added there. And so I'm just going to do another layer and bring it down farther this time. See if that does anything. Now these don't layer quite the same. Most watercolor pencils don't layer quite the same as like the Inktense, because since the Inktense is permanent, it just kind of stays there. But these pencils can reactivate. You can reactivate them sometimes with the water, so you have to be kind of mindful of that. I do want to add just a little bit more of this color too, so I'm just going to blend this into here. It's all, yeah, it's dry. Blend this up into here and then just bring it down this way. So in the other book that I did, like a cute little page like this with a lotus flower, it was Nightfall. And so all of those pages are going to be like, going to have a night sky background. And so I think I did, I don't even remember what I did, maybe a dark purple sky. I can't remember. But this is going to be like, I don't know, around, it's going to look very blue in the background, but I mean, with the lights floating, it's kind of more like dusk time, you know. See if I can get some of that out of there. I don't want that color in there. All right, here we go. Let's do this background again. We'll just go quickly through it. So let's see. I'm trying to read, but I'm not loving the things that I'm reading lately, and I just started a new audiobook, and the voice actors so far are not as good as this other series that I really love. So that's been a little bit frustrating, because I'm like, I know how good it could be, and it's just not. It's just not that good, and that's upsetting. Because I just kind of want to get lost in that, you know? I just want to get lost in the story and the acting, and it's just not as good. It's like the female narrator, actress, voice actress, whatever. She sounds very monotone and doesn't, like, there's no emotional change when different things happen in the story. And I'm just like, what is going on? And it's weird. And she does all of the female voice characters, and they all sound the same. So I'm like, when two of them are talking to each other, I'm like confused about who's saying what, because they literally sound the same. So that's been a little frustrating, but trying to find more audiobooks to listen to until my my next one comes out in the beginning, like a couple weeks, I think. The next one comes out for that one series that I've told you guys about before. which I'm super excited about because it'll be the conclusion to the story, and then I can go through and listen to all of them again in a row. I can just binge them all again. And I love the fact that, so in that series, there are so far, well, there's about to be 12 books set in the same world. And they're all mostly the same voice actors. So it's really nice because you can just, like, they all play different characters, but like you get to know their voices, and I don't know. I really love it. And there's a couple of the guys' voices in particular that I adore, and I don't want them to stop doing what they're doing. All right, that looks a little bit better. I'm still gonna let it dry a little bit. Maybe it won't be so patchy once it dries a little bit more. I don't know. I do need to add, I think, a little bit of that turquoisey color down here. So I'm gonna use some of this cobalt blue and just do a few random spots and see if that kind of connects the two colors a little bit more, because this is more blue and this is definitely more turquoisey. So I'll just spread this color kind of around in the water down here and see if that helps. Does a little bit, huh? Okay. That ties that together a little bit more. You can see I did start to damage some of the paper. You can see these little spots here, and that's like the paper pilling. Yeah. All right, so we're going to leave that alone for now. That's just going to be, that's it. We're done with the water mediums in this. I don't want to hurt the page anymore. So let me get my pencils all put away, and then we'll get the other ones out. Yeah, see, I've still got, it's just all, they're all still in the case. Oh, so beautiful. I haven't done anything with them. I haven't sharpened them. I think I took them out of their case at one point so that I could look at all of the colors. Maybe I didn't even do that. Maybe I just opened it and looked at them, because I didn't realize there was a whole nother metal tray in here. Yeah, those are gorgeous, aren't they? Yep, those are gonna be, I'm gonna use those. The layout is really weird, like the color order. I don't know if it's just because I'm of the way that I'm used to putting my colors in order, because I always start with yellow and then go through so yellow, orange, red, and then pinks, and then purples, and then blues, greens, and then browns, and then black, grays and blacks. So I don't know if that's just something weird that I do. I've seen other people put their colors in that order too, but all right, I need a scrap piece of paper so that I can use the back of this, so I can test out some of these colors. So this is a Naples yellow. I like that one. What's this one? Lemon yellow. That looks good. I like both of those for the little ducky. I don't think I'm going to use this one. That's just straight yellow. Maybe I'll use that one. Yeah, I'll use the lemon yellow and that yellow for the duck. And then we need something for the flower. We'll do a little bit of shading on those guys, and then well, that one works. I don't love that one as much. What does this look like? Huh. There's not very many purples in this set. Interesting. It's maybe something they need to work on a little bit. All right, I have a few of those colors done. So let's just work on, we're gonna do a little bit of the duck, and then we'll do a little bit of the flower. So I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. We're just gonna do a little bit of work because I promised my son that I would let him have his basement back relatively soon. So as much as I'm gonna miss him being gone this summer, I am not sad that I won't be able to come down here and film and record and play whenever I want to. I do miss having this space just available whenever I feel like it. All right, so I used the dark yellow, and now I'm going to use the lemon yellow and just kind of blend outward from those. These pencils are working so lovely in this. Like, it's just super nice. Probably need a little bit of color right here, just because I feel like that would have a little bit for shadows right there, right? I'm not going too detailed on this. I'm not going to add in a bunch of texture because there's already a little bit of texture added, so we're just going to go with what the artist has added in. It is a little jarring because I can see the reflection of like the wax or oil or whatever it is build up from the pencil. So I can see the reflection of that in the light. So I don't love that so much, but especially against like the matte color of the water-based or the watercolor pencils. Cute though, I like it. Okay, probably add in a little bit more shading with maybe some brown. Okay, I gotta grab that now because that's gonna bug me if I don't. Let's see what browns would be good. Maybe this one would be good. Really need to get these swatched. I can't believe I don't have them swatched already. I don't like that one. Let's see, what's this? That one's okay. I'm just gonna add just a tiny little bit in like the more shadowed areas. And then blend that out the best I can with this yellow. Well, that works lovely. I do like that. Okay, and then let's do, what does this look like? Nope, that's not the right color. Not very many pinks in this set either. Do a little bit of a pink cheek because I can't help myself. Okay. Cool. All right, flower time. We're going to do a little bit of this guy. All right, so I'm going to use this violet first. So this is more of a purpley blue. But anywhere where they, like on that center section and then in the shadow areas, I'm going to use this color. kind of like that. And then I will bring flicks of this lilac color up into the leaf a little bit more from that dark purple. And then we'll use some of the white and flick backwards into those colors from the tip. All right, let's do another one. Let's see if I can get that to look nice. Okay, I'll flick. That doesn't look terrible. Okay, let's do one more. I'm just gonna keep saying, let's do one more. Let's do one more. Okay, flick. And then this works a little bit better when you have a nice sharp white. It's not really showing up too much. Oh, that was the wrong, that was the wrong petal. So the other thing you can do is if you're not getting as much of a contrast as you want, you can bring in the white Posca then. So I would flick this way, and then you can kind of tap it off at the tip. There we go. There we go. All right, I like that. That'll look nice going around there. Good colors. Okay, maybe we'll do, let me show you kind of what my plan is for these guys. So I will be going through and coloring the center part white. And then I will be using my Posca pen to outline that dark circle. And then my original thought was to do some stickles in the center, but I don't think that's a good idea. So I'm going to grab this pale yellow, and I'm just going to blend outwards from these little circles a little bit into the background that I've drawn, just so they're more circular again. And then I will probably, let's see, because if I do the stickles, I'm going to have dots, weird dots on the other side that I'm going to have to color over. So I wonder if I use some of this, if this will, work. So we're just going to use, just grab a little bit of this paint right from the inside of the, just paint a little bit right in the centers. So I can take some from this, the tip here. And that way those spots will be a little shiny. I don't know if you can see that glitter at all, but I can see it and I really like it. Okay, and then I'm going to do really quickly while I have this out, I'm going to take this Prussian blue and we're going to darken up this wing. Just the tips of each of those. So it's not a huge difference really. And it still looks pretty, like I feel like that actually looks pretty similar. I'm gonna maybe use this purple, this violet, to try to darken that up a little bit even more. That looks better. Sometimes you have to combine colors to get the nice dark contrasting colors that you're looking for. All right, I like that. Where is this? I did kind of get out of the lines a little bit there. There we go. Okay. I think that looks nice as it is, the wings. So I'm just going to go ahead and brush on my my paint. And that's just going in. I'm going to try to keep it off of the top parts of the wings best I can. This brush is not made for teeny tiny spaces. It's a small brush, but it's not quite pointy anymore. I really like the way that looks though. Yeah, so this is a nice way to add some sparkle and shine to your page without having the bulk of the stickles. I think Mod Podge or however you say it, there's like a real sparkly one that one would probably be like a similar kind of effect. But you can then get some sparkle on your pages without having the dimension that the stickles creates. So I'm going to hold this up to the light and see if you guys can see any of that sparkle. All right, so hopefully you can see a little bit of that. Yeah, there. See how pretty? And then these little dots too are going to be sparkly and shiny. So yeah, it's just a fun little way. I could also add some of the glitter to, or some of that extreme, what is it? Gosh, I can never remember. Folk Art Extreme Glitter Paint. This is the holographic color. It comes in all kinds of colors, but the holographic's my favorite. But I could also add it to the flower petals. I could add it to the lily pads if I want to. But yeah, I think that's going to be a cute page. I'll probably finish this one up while I'm editing, and yeah, and then I'll have 4 pages done in this book. Holy cow. Okay, so that's it for me. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you being here every weekend. It just makes my day to be able to sit here and chat with you. And even if when I don't have anything to say, just to sit here with knowing that somebody else is going to be either coloring with me or hanging out with me or whatever, just makes me smile. So thank you for that. And check out my color alongs. Like I said, excited about both of them. The second one, the pink tree, is a complete color along, so it's just one video. And then be on the lookout for my mermaid plans video, and my completed page is coming soon. So yeah, until then, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you later. Bye.